Welcome to the Spa, Skin, and Beauty podcast. Today we are talking about healthy, hygiene, feminine products, which is really important because we use those every single month. And it's just really important what we put down there.
Yes, it is. So today's podcast, we're going to be learning all about the conventional tampons and pads that we used to use. That's what I'm going to say we used to use. And we're going to talk to you about why that needs to be in the past, because they are filled with lots of different chemicals. PFAs and nasty toxics and stuff. And we're going to show you some healthy alternatives. And it's really going to be a really informative podcast. And of course, we're sisters, so we're going to make it fun.
I mean, it looks good every day, but it looks especially glowy.
Thank you. You might want to check out our other podcast that goes along with our skin. We started taking a new supplement that really revved up both of our skins. It's, check out the Mimeo podcast and also on YouTube. To find out more information.
Definitely seen a difference with my skin with that.
Because listen, just to give you all a heads up, I'm 48. Lindsey is 58. So we need to make sure.
I am not 58. I am. But I hope to look like this at 58.
That's right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm 48. Lindsey's 46. So we
As of recording.
So we are always looking for ways to keep our skin youthful, hydrated, bouncy, and glowy. So
who isn't?
Yeah, right. I mean, we haven't reached the step where we're just like, whatever.
So today we are going to talk about healthy feminine hygiene products, and that's going to include pads, tampons, brands we love. And the reason also why this is important, I want to inform you that there's also another thing that people may use are the period underwear. And I recently came across a TikTok. It was so this is very random. I bought this period underwear in like a CVS, which is just like a convenience store. And then I had never done that before. And then I was using it, loved it.
Because you talked to me about, you're like, Ashley, there's this period underwear. I'm like, period underwear? How can that be? And you're like, it's amazing.
I loved it. But then what happened was I came across a TikTok that said that they found forever PFAs, forever chemicals in that underwear, and that they didn't understand why it was still on the shelf. So, and it was expensive. It was close to, I don't know, maybe $28.
And that's why it's still on the shelf, because there's a big fat profit going on in there.
But yeah, that's true.
Right.
So I threw those away, and there are other brands that do not have PFAs specifically. So I'm excited to try those brands. But if you haven't tried those, I really liked it. It just holds everything, and so you're not having to constantly change your pad all the time.
I just don't even know how that works. Like, how do you wear them and not have to change a pad?
I think it just soaks down into it, because I thought this is going to be disgusting.
Is it like wearing a diaper? Like, is it thick?
It's like the center's kind of thick, but you don't feel it. And it's just, you don't feel the blood. I don't know how to say it.
The juiciness.
I don't know how to
just kidding.
I don't know how to say it.
The liquid.
And then I didn't have to change my pad as much.
That's nice.
So I was so bummed to come across that TikTok. They're like, sorry, you got to throw that up here. But anyway, I am going to get a new brand, and we'll be wearing those for my next cycle.
Do you have another brand of period underwear that you found?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
I cannot remember the name of it.
I didn't know if they made organic period underwear now.
They have one that does not have the PFAs in it.
Okay.
I'll put it in our shop. So if you go to lindseyholder.com, we will link all these products, or you can link them below in the playlist, right?
I'll link them in the description. This is for both YouTube, for Spa, Skin, and Beauty with an ampersand. And then we've also got our Spa, Skin, and Beauty podcast. So I'll put it in the description notes for both. How about that?
So for those podcast listeners, feel free to look at us if you want to see a visual.
And a cute outfit, by the way. And our sets are done each time to display what we're talking about. So that's always fun.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay, so let's talk about why PFAs, also known as forever chemicals, are harmful. They are man-made compounds and accumulate in your body and can take thousands of years to break down in nature and can build up in the body because they are so strong that you can't get rid of them. PFAs have been found in period underwear, just like we talked about, pads and tampons. That's scary because we're inserting those inside our body. So it really is crucial for you to get organic feminine hygiene products.
Yeah. And the thing about it is that you have to think, okay, your vagina is an organ and your skin is the largest organ of your body. So your vagina it's like everything. You think about it, those chemicals are going up inside of you. It's like cavity,
Right.
so you really
absorbing it.
So every time you look, and I will tell you this, yes, the organic products are going to be more expensive, but there are times when you really need to think, okay, I'm going to spend that extra money. And I know it's tough, but this is the way I look at it. I'm spending the extra money on these organic products, so I'm not in the hospital later paying a big fat hospital bill to get rid of, cancer or some growth or something else. So you have to think about it. You're going to pay one way or another. I'd rather invest in the products now than in the hospital or the doctor.
Same thing with food. You're going to pay a little bit more for organic, but think of the long-term goals of that short-term decision.
Right, right. And I think as you and I have gotten older, where, our bodies could take a lot more toxins and stuff in our early 20s is different now. Like my body is very sensitive. I think it's like beep, beep, beep. You have loaded it with toxins all from your 20s with your little drive-throughs, and we're full. We're all full. So you can just get the organic. Thank you so much. The end.
It's really nice that we are sisters and we are on the same page with our lifestyle.
Right.
From everything from cleaning products to skin products, hair products, wellness, to what we do in life, and down to our tampons.
That's right. You're welcome. Okay. So a lot of tampons, and you're going to find this really interesting and informative. A lot of tampon and pad companies put their products through a bleaching process, which of course is going to produce a nasty chemical called dioxin. And it's going to have also other nasty chemicals in there like chlorine, PFAs like Lindsey mentioned, plastics, rayon, pesticides, insecticides, glues, artificial dyes, fragrances. That's a big one. I mean, my God, that's in that's in so many products, all your skincare products. Fragrances is a big place where they can hide toxic chemicals, but the one place you don't need a fragrance perfume is in your tampons and pads.
And I wanted to say that I saw somewhere, and I don't know where I saw this, that the number one place where pesticides are used is cotton.
Ooh, yeah.
The cotton fields, like spraying all the cotton. So that's why you want to make sure to have 100% organic cotton. And wait a little bit later, because I'm going to tell you a couple of skincare products that you need to have that are organic too, and it's going to surprise you.
Oh yeah, that one's so good. So anyway, so that tells you what's in the normal products. If you just, are going to not get organic, and your vagina is going to be so excited to soak up all those chemicals.
There are 4 professionals you need in your life: a general practitioner, a dentist, an OBGYN, and of course, your esthetician. Not surprisingly though, most people don't know where to go for that experienced esthetician. But I have been an esthetician and a spa owner for over 13 years. In order to get to my level of experience and knowledge, you have to work on thousands of different types of skin. When I closed my spa so I could work from home, so many of my clients were so scared to not have me in their life and know what to do with their skin. So I decided to offer all of my experience in my online skincare membership called LaPree Beauty. You can find LaPree Beauty at lindseyholder.com. And this membership, led by me, you will receive a welcome message sent by me, not a robot. And each week, I create a new video featuring myself with either my skincare routines and practices or a product review. Inside the membership includes a skin school library with all of the important skincare knowledge, all of our discount codes for the products I both use and trust, and so much more. I'm so excited to meet you and have you inside LaPree Beauty at lindseyholder.com. That's lindseyholder.com.
All right. So when you are searching for your healthy feminine products, there's going to be, you're going to want to look for the organic pads and tampons. And I'm going to tell you about some ways to help you decide, okay, is this product healthy or not? Because we're going to show you some samples, but if those aren't available, in the store, this is another route that you can do. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, and this actually goes along with food products too, and also skincare products, but you're going to want to check the packaging. So you're going to want to look for keywords on the packagings that say organic, natural, chemical free, and eco-friendly. Those are words that often describe an organic product. Also, you're going to want to read the label. Y'all, you got to read the label. I know it's going to take an extra 5 seconds, but everybody's gotten so clever with marketing that that's where you're really going to be able to find the details about how the pads are made out of. Ingredients. So organic menstrual pads are typically made from natural and organic materials such as, Lindsey had mentioned this, organic cotton, not just cotton, but organic cotton, bamboo, or other sustainable fibers. And you're going to want to check for the absence. You don't want to include synthetic chemicals, fragrances, and additives. Also certifications. These companies work really hard to get certified. So they're going to be a global organic textile standard. Another one is OEKO Tech Standard 100. I haven't really seen that one before. The one I have seen before.
I'm not really looking for that. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm not really. I'm like, it's the OEKO Tex 100. Nice.
I dare you to ask the front desk person that.
Yeah, right. And then the one that we're all familiar with is the USDA organic. Okay. So if you're listening in the podcast, we're going to show these also on the YouTube, but I'll talk about them, is the Honey Pot Company. And Lindsey, can you grab the Honey Pot Company? They are organic covered pads this is what I like. So if you're like, oh yeah, I understand, Ashley, I want the fragrance, but I don't want the chemicals. I want to smell fresh. Well, these are infused with herbs, mint, lavender, and aloe. And we both use the Honey Pot brand. I love it because a lady named B. Dixon, she is the founder of this company. And she created this company because she had I thought this was really cool. She was having some vaginal issues and she had a dream that an ancestor came to her and gave her a vision on how to heal herself. So isn't that like just a neat story?
That is so cool. We should have her on the show.
We should. The next one is Lamo pads, and they are made from, this is another company that I've also used. They're made from compostable organic material and, because we want to protect the earth. And these are also infused with herbal essential oils like mint, rose, aloe, and lavender. And they also have an antiviral one, which y'all, I can't pronounce. It's like, there you go.
I wanted to stop and just let you know, I like that you told the story of the founder because I always am curious why they started the company. What was the reason? And that is a really interesting story that she has. I'd like for her to elaborate on that, but it tells you that they are solving something that they personally had issues with, and they're making just extra careful decisions on every single ingredient that goes into the product because they couldn't find it out there.
And you know what? Now that I am navigating food sources and skin sources and also things that, are going on my body, I'm starting to really appreciate looking at the brands, their stories, because there is so many items out there that you have to be aware of that are toxic and full of like dyes and all this stuff, where I'm starting to rely on the integrity of those brands. So if you liked B. Dixon, you're also going to like Lamo's story. So I like this. They are a small business. And that's one thing, y'all, I find that like small businesses is the way to go because they've got quality materials and they have
their ethics.
Thank you. Anyways, this is a woman-owned small business and they have a team based in North Carolina and New York. And the reason why they wanted to create these sustainable pads is because they wanted to, I love this. They wanted to solve the problem of oceanic pollution and create a product that was sustainable. So what they found out is because billions of pads and liners are thrown away each year, they're ended up in landfills and oceans. So isn't that awful?
Yeah.
So that's not good for the marine life. So they wanted to create something to solve that problem. So I like that pad as well.
There's another one that I've used too. I'm just going to pull this up. So this is L, and this is 100% cotton. They have different ones, but you can see it says, let me hold it up here. This one is ultra thin layers, no synthetic pesticides, chlorine, bleaching dyes, or fragrance. And you can get those. That's pretty easy to find. They have different sizes.
The last one, which I don't know where the sample is, but I use this one too. It's called Nature Care tampons. They are certified organic cotton, and they are also free of perfumes and chlorine. They do have the applicators that are in both the natural and the plastic. So I wanted to point that out. And again, I'll put all the
links in the show notes.
Thank you.
And I have organics, and this is one that I personally use. And this is also certified organic cotton. I really like this one. And it also says no perfumes, dyes, colors, chlorine, or rayon. That's interesting. That's on the front. And their smooth eco applicator made with nearly 90% plant-based material. I will have to say that I still look for a smooth applicator because that's not comfortable having a hard, those hard ones.
No.
I got to have the smooth one. So isn't that interesting to know about the applicator for that one?
That is. And then Lindsey, why don't you tell them about, so Lindsey was actually shopping at Walmart, and she sent me a picture, and tell them about your products that you found. This has nothing to do with pads, by the way.
Well, I'm into skin. So my name's, obviously, if you're just listening for the first time, my name is Lindsey. I'm a master esthetician of over 13 years, and I've also owned a spa as well. So skin is my thing.
Yes.
And not only skin, but tools that you use on your skin are just as important. And I sent a picture to Ashley. I said, make sure to put this in the show notes. So I bought two things. I bought Sky Organic Cotton Rounds, and they're just large cotton rounds. And I also bought the Sky Organic Q-tips. And like I mentioned before earlier in the show, to me, the reason why that is so important that it's organic is because, like I said, the cotton was sprayed with all the pesticides. And you think about that, and you are using those Q-tips and the cotton rounds on your skin to apply and remove.
And in your eyes.
Yes.
That's an entryway into your inside organs.
Yes. And we use those. I use it every single day. I'm using the cotton
because
rounds.
I learned from Lindsey about how I want to rub my natural oils in my skin in the morning. So I use the cotton rounds to wipe my eyes out to get the little crusties.
And I
love how Lindsey just ignores me. She's like, flips her head. She's like this. And anyways.
No, I'm listening. But I use cotton rounds at night with the toner. So I tone my skin, and I'll tone my skin in the morning. You can use the mist too, but anytime that you want to use a cotton round, it's just really important to make sure that it is organic, so you don't have those chemicals on your skin. And you think about it, wow, I'm almost even activating it because I'm spraying like a toner or using a micellar wash or anything like that. And then what are you going to do? You're going to put it on a chemically laced cotton round and then
try and get those deep in the pores. Yeah,
deep in your pores.
Why don't we just derma roll on top of it? Right?
Yeah, let's just press it really in. So no thanks. Let's just don't do that. So I did want to go over that. And again, I've just found that at Walmart. So you can find those anywhere. And of course, I'm sure they're available at Target and other stores like that. Other ways to get rid of toxic chemicals in your bodies: eat organic foods. Ashley and I are really eating into fresh organic foods right now. Read your labels. The more that's in there, the less you can pronounce, and I tend to avoid that package. I try to stay, I know we've heard this 1,000 times, but the perimeters of the store is where your best nutrition is going to be.
Right.
Your dairy, your produce, your vegetables, things like that. Exercise. Ashley and I are really into weightlifting right now. So we're just going to give you a tip. I know we talked about period, but we are into Caroline Gervain. Her videos are awesome. We're doing her weight lift series. Both Ashley and I just had a baby 6 months ago. We are loving that. So that is just a tip for you.
Y'all, my butt looks great.
Ashley's butt does look.
I'm sorry. I just every single time I put on some pair of pants, I was like, oh my God, Lindsey, look at my butt. And my mom was like, I have never seen your butt so lifted. And I've only been doing this for about 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Like, it's amazing.
I'm on the video, I think 11 or whatever, but let me tell you, you're going to work for it.
Oh, you are.
It's not easy, but it is so rewarding. And then I'm doing a lot less cardio. Like, my cardio is only just stroller walks.
Right.
So I'm just doing stroller walks and then my weightlifting, and then I'm getting in the best shape.
I feel like when I'm doing my weights, so I'm sweating, so I kind of feel like I'm getting my cardio right there because I'm like, whoa.
Well, you are, working your body, sweating. So you do want to sweat, get out. So don't be scared of the sun and the heat. It's okay. Cut saturated fat. Use better and less cleaning products. I use mainly white distilled vinegar and baking soda for my cleaning. So for my cleaning, I also put, I have a spray bottle and I'll put that in there. And then I use Dr. Bronner soap.
You love Dr. Bronner's.
I love Dr. Bronner's. It's so clean. It's natural. That's actually what I use in my shower is Dr. Bronner's.
For your body cleanser?
For my body cleanser, I use Dr. Bronner's soap. I just love it. And you can mix up your cleaning products. You can put lemon in it or lavender or eucalyptus. I also use white distilled vinegar to brighten my clothes. So I put it in my washer to brighten my clothes. Make your indoor
I didn't know that would brighten your clothes. I just put it in there because I feel like it's extra, like getting rid of stuff.
Sanitizing, but it's also
I didn't know it would brighten up your clothes. Cool.
Up your clothes. Make your indoor air cleaner. If you're able to open your windows and your doors for at least 10 minutes a day, that's key. So try to do that for at least 10 minutes a day, weather dependent, of course.
Right.
And if you are also able, I highly recommend to have a purifier in your house. So I have a purifier in my house. And it's great for nights that you need to put it in the kitchen sometimes too, to just air out everything. But that's really important. And then you have an air purifier as well. I think you have one. You have a couple.
I have a couple. Yeah, I have a couple.
Add plants. That naturally
yes.
That naturally cleans out the air quality in your home as well. And avoid plastic and nonstick pans. I just purchased probably about 2 months ago. I did Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop pans. Are really pretty. They're a non-toxic ceramic. They are this beautiful cream color with gold tops. I paid extra for those dang gold tops.
They are so pretty. I want to cook in your kitchen and use your pans.
Oh, do you notice them? Like
yes. And you know what? I was so thankful. One of my pots, like literally 2 days ago, it like went out. And so because I believe in replacing things one at a time. You know what I mean? Like we can't, like, would I like to just get rid of everything and start everything? Like, you know, no, I can't. So one of my pots gave out. I was like this, hot dog. I'm going to get one of those pans. I'm so excited because it makes cooking at home fun. And I know I'm like not using like.
I have so much fun cooking those pans. I don't know what it is about it, but I get excited.
Right.
And it makes it less of a chore. And I think it's also, they're just pretty.
They're really pretty. Like I'm not a pan person.
Me neither.
But I tell you something.
Cream and gold pans, though,
they stand out on your stove. They're so like, I'm like excited to get a pan.
Anyway, try those.
Pans and pads. That's what's on the show today, people.
Pans and pads. So we wanted to give you a few tips because this is just so important because we have our cycle every month. So
yes,
you add that up over
that's a lot.
Month after month, day after day, hour after hour, and then back to year after year. It's a lot of. That would be a lot of toxins added up.
Yeah.
So it's one less thing to have in your body.
Yeah.
For sure. So,
awesome.
Great podcast. And thanks for watching on YouTube. We hope to see you next time where who knows what we'll be talking about next week. So tune in. Until next time.